welcome back to my channel. Today's video is a review on this foundation right here. It is called the Superstay 24-Hour Makeup, and I saw that it was new. At least in my store it was new, so I thought, hey, why not? Let's give it a try. Let's review it for my subscribers. So yes, so let's just get right into the video. Today has been a really crazy day. It's been kind of all over the place. Excuse my hair and my tan hands. It's just crazy. So this is a review on the matching concealer that goes with this makeup. So let's just get right into the video. So literally, it was so hard for me to get motivated today, but I am, and as you can tell, we all are thinking it. My face is so white and my body is tan. And I bought the foundation on I thought I was going to tan, like I knew I was in a tan, but I kind of wanted it to be a little bit lighter because my natural skin is a little bit lighter, so I kind of met a little bit in the middle, so I'm going to have to maybe touch up around the edges to kind of make this foundation work today, but we're going to try it. It is the Maybelline Superstay 24-Hour Makeup, and it looks like this. Super excited to try it. I've been shaking it because it says shake well before use. I'm in the color Sand Beige, and I honestly think this was the lightest color that they did offer. I think. Excuse my crazy tan. It's a problem. I already know. I really love foundations with a pump, but obviously I knew what I was getting myself into. I knew it didn't have a pump, so normally I would put my finger over it and put it on the skin, but I don't think that's going to work today, so I'm just going to pour some out onto my hand. And like I said, I did shake it really well. I poured that much. That's probably too much. We're going to find out. So the way I apply my foundation is with the brush right here. This is an RC Cosmetics brush. It is the angled kabuki. It's not flat top. It is the round version. So I'm just going to kind of stipple that onto my hand, as you can see, which is way lighter than my hand. So we're probably going to be making some adjustments. And I'm just going to start by stippling this on the face. This is just naturally, nothing natural about foundation. This is just normally how I apply my foundation, and good thing today I don't have a ton of crazy blemishes or anything on my face. So then I'm just going to start buffing it in, and what I mean by buffing is just putting my brush down and working in circular motions. So I'm just going to do half the face and we're going to kind of compare. So far I like the foundation, but you definitely have to be hydrated in order to wear this foundation. That is for sure. So the first thing is this is probably suited best for oily to combo skinned gals instead of us drier skinned women. But the one thing that you can do, and this is what I do before I wear my Revlon Color Stay Whipped, is I will make sure my face is nice and moisturized before I apply my foundation, and that way there's no dry patches for it to cling onto or anything like that. So sometimes I go over the eyelids, sometimes not, but I'm going to just for the sake of this tutorial. So overall, I do really like the way that it looks. I need a little bit more coverage right here. So you can see that this half of the face has the foundation on it and this half does not. So it definitely evens out your skin tone, and I really like the finish of the foundation. Like I said, it's probably suited best for more oily to combo skin women or men. Hey, you do you. It's actually more of a matte finish. So to do the same to this side and stipple it on. As for the coverage of this foundation, I love it. It is a more medium to full coverage, I would say. For a drugstore foundation, it has really, really good coverage. It does oxidize a little tiny bit, so if you color match yourself or something, then you want to get a shade a tad lighter than you are, because when it does set up and, you know, dry, it is going to oxidize a little bit. I can see that from this side to this side. This side is more tan and this side is a little bit more white. I'm not sure if you can see or if it picks up on camera, but it does oxidize a little bit. Oxidation is when your foundation sets up and it dries if it changes colors in any way. So that's what I mean when I'm saying that it oxidizes, just for anyone who may not know. The finished face looks like. It looks really, really nice. I really like this foundation. Like I said, though, you have to be careful like in your dry areas or like in your nose area where your foundation can tend to cake up, because this foundation, if you apply too much, it definitely is going to cake on you. But overall, so far, I'm really enjoying it. Go to the concealer, and the color I got in this is Ivory. This is what the concealer looks like. It's just a, I don't know, it's actually a little bit smaller than most concealers that I have tried. So the way I apply my concealer is I start in the inner corner of my eye, and then I just do little steps backwards. I put a little of the excess around my nose, around my lip, my chin, the sides of my mouth. So that's the first places. So I'm going to take it and I'm just going to start dabbing under the eye area and bringing it down. This is how I apply my concealer. This concealer sets up very quickly. It gives good coverage. I'm just trying to blend it out really quickly because it tends to set pretty quickly. So far so good. I really like it. The coverage is pretty good. I am loving it so far, and so far it's not creasing under my eyes, which most concealers tend to do, but it really hasn't been there that long either, so we will see about that. But I know I'm saying and but a lot, but I'm really trying to form an opinion about this quickly. Hey guys, so I am now finally all face full of makeup. Literally, I did a full face today. I did set everything with a powder, so I set my under eyes with the Bare Minerals Well Rested, and then I set the rest of my face with the MAC Studio Finish or something, mineralized, something like that. So the time currently is 4:48. You can see it right there. Literally, it took me forever to do my makeup, just like stuff kept coming up. So I think I applied the makeup at like the foundation part at around 2. So I'm just now able to be checking in and showing you the full face and everything like that. So you can see right here I did highlight my cheekbones just because today I wanted a little bit more dewy of a finish since I do feel so dry and bleh. So that's that, and the concealer is holding up nicely. Actually, this concealer creases less on me than I think any concealer so far that I own from the drugstore. So really loving it. It does set up pretty quickly, so if you do one eye at a time, that would probably be best for you, especially if you are new to makeup. You don't want to try and do the whole, both eyes and the whole highlighting thing, because this concealer does set up very quickly. Now that being said, I think the reason that it does not crease under my eyes is because it does set up so quickly under the eyes, so it doesn't really give it a chance to crease or anything like that. So I will check back in with you, but I just wanted to do a kind of check-in. And what did I say? So it's 4:50, so I think it was 4:48 when I showed you the time or something like that. So yeah, so this is what it looks like. So far so good. I do love it. Like I said, it can get a little bit cakey, so just beware of that. Don't put too much on your face. Just kind of feel it out and do a little bit at a time. It is definitely buildable. Hey guys, so the time is now 7:07. Foundation is looking really, really good still. I did film a few videos and I did go run a few errands and I did have to do some things outside. So far so good. The only thing that I can really see is that it is like making my lines a little bit more visible than they need to be. And like I said in the beginning, if you wear if you put too much of this foundation on, it's going to look really cakey, and I'm not a fan of foundations that look like they're there, if that makes sense. I know that all foundations, you can tell that you're wearing foundation, but I really like my foundations to look a little bit more on the down low. So you could really tell it like sinks into your lines, like around your nose and around your mouth and your chin, and anywhere else that you may have them. This foundation is not moving, if that makes sense. It's not, it's still where I put it. It's not breaking up. That's the word. It's not breaking up anywhere around my face. So, like I said, so far so good. And I will check in with you at the end of the night. Okay, so I am super tired. It is now 10:26. I've pretty much had this foundation on for 8 hours. I really do like the foundation and the concealer. I think it gives really good coverage. I have to say that I don't really see it breaking up throughout the face. You can kind of see like a little bit of redness peeking through, and like you can see my blemishes, so you can see that I still do have skin. On my chin it did break up just a little bit, and that's only because earlier I was loving on my little fur babies, so that is why. It emphasizes your lines, so you could see it really emphasizes like your lines and stuff. It tends to settle into those lines, and it really kind of, not really, I don't know if it settles or if it just kind of cakes up around your nose area. I'm not sure, but overall, at the end of the day, I can't really complain. This is a great foundation. I really need to buff it in, or I think that it might look a little crazy. If you are dry skinned like me, you really want to make sure that you moisturize your skin really, really well, if that makes sense. So this is great. I definitely recommend it to oily skinned women or combination, because I feel like it will just work very well with your skin. So love it or leave it. Should you buy these or should you just leave them at the store? I definitely say, my own personal, I love it. Other than the few little things that I've mentioned, I am definitely a foundation and concealer junkie. It is ridiculous, but I don't like them all. My L'Oreal True Match, my L'Oreal True Match Lumi, my Rimmel Stay Matte, my Revlon Color Stay Whipped, my Revlon Color Stay. This kind of reminds me of a MAC foundation. I really love that. The MAC Studio Fix Fluid, that's definitely what it compares to in a higher end foundation. I really, really like it. Overall, I definitely say if you're in the market for a new foundation, this is a good one. It gives good coverage for being a drugstore foundation, and yeah, I think that's it, you guys. I'm so tired. If you want to know my shades again, if I didn't mention them previously, this is Sand Beige, and this one is Ivory. So that's it, you guys. I hope you enjoyed this review. If you have any questions about the foundation or concealer, leave them down below. If you use it, hashtag BeautyAddiction87 on Instagram or Twitter, and I'd love to see those. If you want a tutorial on this look, then leave it down in the comments. My eyebrow is looking crazy. Ladies, it is time for bed for me. So I love you guys so, so much. Please like up the video if you did enjoy it. If you like reviews, please like it. I need to know what you guys like. I think you guys like reviews. And the other RC Cosmetics brush review is coming. I just keep putting it off and putting it off. You know how it is. My monthly favorites is also coming. So I love you guys so much, and swear I'm done talking. I love you. Bye guys. Come on.